I just found the most dominant run play in Madden 23, and in this video, we're gonna break it down. Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Duke, back here from sportsgamers.com, and in today's Madden 23 tip video, we got a special banger coming for you guys. If you like to run the ball, you're gonna love this video. This is my new favorite run play in the game. You can find it in two playbooks. It's gonna be pistol and run and gun. You're going to be looking at the pistol trips formation, and it's going to be strong power, guys. Strong power is an extremely unique run, and I'm going to show you guys how it works in this video. So this run is very effective against both man and zone defenses, but I would say it's especially effective with this cover zero man blitz meta you're seeing right now. But I will show you guys examples of how this will work against both man, zone, blitzing, and just base defenses. So we're just going to get right into the video. Let's just back the ball up, give ourselves some room. So I'm doing that, just a reminder, guys, I do free Madden 23 tip videos. I do gameplays. I do news. I do videos on a daily basis on my channel. So if you enjoy this content, make sure you subscribe. Drop me a like on the video, comment, all that stuff really helps out a lot. If we could get to 300 likes on this video, I will actually post a scheme from this formation that can go along with this run play. So, some things to note about strong power that's really unique. First of all, it's just not a standard zone blocking scheme. You have pooling linemen, but you actually have two. That's what makes it so unique. Most of the time with like just a standard power run, you can just get one lineman pulling. This one actually has two, so you can really get some blockers out in front of you to make some moves, make some people miss, and get loose in the open field. Guys, it's really tough. The other thing is because it's a trips formation, you immediately can tell if it's man or zone. Like, look, this is clearly man because with the trips to the left, you have all the three DBs lining up over the three receivers. That leaves the right side of the formation with the tight end basically, unaccounted for. So not only can you tell man or zone, but that gives you a numbers advantage on one side of the screen blocking wise. So against man, I do prefer to run to the tight end side most of the time. So I just want to do that one more time, show it against this and go to the tight end side. But I will tell you guys that running to the receiver side against man coverage is also really effective. As you guys can see here though, all you really need to do is just wait for that guard to get that safety, and you're going to be off to the races. Maybe the user is able to track you down and maybe an opposite side safety or something, but you should have a good, consistent 10 to 15 yards on this run. For my free YouTube content, I highly recommend checking out sportsgamers.com. This is where I post all my premium content for Madden 23. I have offensive and defensive ebooks, schemes, plus I do 4 to 6 premium tips every week in the Madden Vault to keep you guys ahead of the game. Our best offer yet is the Sports Gamers Madden VIP membership. This is the best Madden membership anywhere on the net, the best content at the best price. You get access to the entire site for only $24.99. This means all of our ebooks, all of our Madden Vault tips, plus you even get access to our meta reports and our exclusive VIP members only community. I also do one-on-one coaching as well for you guys that are interested in that. See you at sportsgamers.com. If you're serious about winning more games, I will post a link in the description as well as in the comments. So just taking a look at the replay, I want to show you guys how this play works. So you can see that both of the guards actually end up pulling, both the weak side and strong side guard. Will pull to the side we're running to, the play side, really. So you're going to see here that you would think that because of both of these linemen pulling, maybe like some guys could shoot through the gap. And on a defense like Overstorm Brave, pinch defense with both of the linebackers attacking the A gaps, blitzing really up the middle, you would think maybe someone could get you in the backfield, but they actually don't. The tackles are gonna kind of like pinch down to take any threats coming up the middle, and then you guys can see I have both these guards out in front of me to block, and Martin is able to get the safety right here, and the other guy, he doesn't even do anything. It would have been nice if he would have blocked the other safety, but we're off to the races, guys. This run is so nice. Now, it's actually this run just has so many great things to it. The next thing I want to point out is, like I said, you would think running to the three receiver side against man would be pointless because, well, that's where all the DBs line up. But it actually works very well because take a look at the play art. Guys, this is something that I've broken down a lot in a couple different runs this year so far, is that if you look at the play art, you can kind of tell if it's going to be a good run or not against man coverage, and that's by looking at the receivers, their assignments. So you guys can see that all three of these receivers have that little vertical gray line going downfield about 10 yards. And what that means is they don't immediately try to block. They're almost acting as if they're running a route. And what's going to happen is in man coverage, the DBs are just going to run right down the field with them and not even pay attention to the run. Now, again, this will work with any receiver very fine. I mean, my receivers right now don't have anything special for this run. As I've mentioned before, though, if you put the run-off elite ability on your receivers, or at least one or two, what's going to happen is on runs like this that have the receiver on this assignment, they're going to go even further and pull the DB even further downfield before they realize it's a run play. So here, if we just flick the right analog stick to the left, we're going to actually run it to the left now, and you guys are going to see what I mean. These DBs, they don't even realize it's a run play until, it's too late. They just immediately run downfield with my receiver, and I'm just basically coming up behind them. They pause. And they have no idea it's even a run play, which is what makes it so nice. And you still get the two guards coming around to, be lead blockers for you. But look at these DBs. They just run downfield. They don't even realize it's a run play until about the 40-ish yard line. By that point, like I said, it's too late. We already got a nice, 15-ish yard run. So this is an extremely, extremely effective run to use against these man blitzes because it's good both ways, right? You can run it left, you can run it right. It's going to be effective either way. And this is something that will work not just against Overstorm Brave, but any man-to-man blitzing defense. Like, for instance, everybody talks about how Spinner's so OP and Spinner should not stop the run. I mean, yeah, Spinner is tough, don't get me wrong, but you can destroy Spinner with this play. Again, we can just run either way. Let's run to the three receiver side now. You guys are going to see that we actually have even a bigger run this time, and the reason why is that not only is Spinner a man, but you have the blitzing slot corners, so what ends up happening is you get the man guys, they run downfield, right? See how they run downfield like the other play? But because you have that blitzing slot corner, he just runs himself right into the guard who's pulling around. He gets just kicked out, so now we can cut inside of him. We got our receivers going downfield, and at this point, I was like literally this close from a crib shot, but I still just got a huge run. You've seen that worst case scenario so far. Running this is like a good 10-15 yards with the potential for more. Again, these aggressive man-to-man blitzes are going to get absolutely shredded by this run. Now, I know you're probably thinking to yourself, okay, well, what if they just say, hey, we're going to play zone, right? They can see that the man-to-man isn't working. Well, what if they play zone? All right, so zone is not going to really be too effective either. So here's why. You guys can see here, zone leaves some holes. So now against zone, the alignment is clearly different, and we know this is zone because, again, in a nickel defense or dollar type defense or whatever the case may be, we against man coverage would have three DBs on the left, right? Because we have three receivers. Well, in this case, we don't. We only have two, and then we have DB outside of our tight end. That's clearly showing zone, right? So, because of this, we could have just run to the tight end side, and, we could get solid yards, don't get me wrong, because that guard is going to, most likely, he's going to block the corner that's outside of our tight end, and then we can just kind of do what I did there and cut kind of to the inside and get, a nice little 5 to 10 yard run. Again, 5 to 10 yards running the ball is good, right? I mean, because, again, that's a first down. So that's way better than most runs. Like, if you're going to average 5 to 10 yards a run, you probably should just keep running, right, every play, because that's going to get you continuous first downs. But we can do better because we actually have the numbers advantage over here because we have three receivers to these two DBs. And then I guess if you count the safety, it's technically 3-on-3. But really, as far as in the box goes, it's just those two DBs versus the three receivers. So in a situation like that, my three receivers, they got the numbers. And again, we have two guards pulling. So we now really have the numbers. And again, that's what makes this run so good. In general, with a strong power, is you get two additional linemen to pull. So you're really going to get the numbers, right? More than on any run play, because you don't really find power runs other than the strong power where you have two offensive linemen that will pull around. And then so other than that, what really makes this good is the formation. Because you can find a few other strong powers in this game, but this is by far the best run because of the formation, because it's a trip set. Because when you have the three receivers on one side, that just really makes the defense kind of show their coverage. And based upon alignment, you always have a numbers advantage somewhere. So basically, against zone, your numbers advantage is going to be more so to the three receivers. Against man, it's really to the tight end side. But because of the way this play is with the assignments of the receivers running downfield, they're going to run off man coverage anyway, so you can actually run off to either side of the field very effectively against man coverage. I mean, a lot of people don't understand. They just think running the ball is fluke and it's, just not skill. It's just easy to do. No. People that say that have no idea what they're talking about. For someone who knows how to run the ball properly, it actually does take a lot of skill and a lot of scheme, because as you guys can see, there's a lot that goes into this determining how I'm going to run the ball against what types of defenses. I'm reading the defense, I'm calling a certain play because I know my alignment will allow me to run the ball effectively. I'm not just calling any run play and expecting it to work like a lot of people think runners do. I mean, that's just simply not true. But again, look, great blocking. We're able to get to the outside. So this was cover 2. I actually want to switch it up now. I want to switch it up to cover 3. So with cover 3, you're going to notice that, again, I mean, it's just a different coverage, but still, it's zone, right? So even though it's a little bit different coverage than a cover 2, because it's still zone, you still have the 2 DBs on the trips receiver side. So we're just going to flick the right analog stick to the left, which is the trips receiver side, to go ahead and just run the ball to that side of the field. And, we're going to easily get around the corner for a big gain. So these 3-4-4-3 formations that a lot of people think are good against, or should be good against the run because of, in football they are, real life NFL football, teams, they're not going to run nickel or dime if they know you're running the ball. But, again, this is Madden. This is not the NFL. The nickel and dime dollar type defenses this year are the best run defenses. These 3-4 sets, they just don't defend the run well. You can see, again, I have actually this time only one DB lined up to the 3 receivers. Granted, I have that outside linebacker outside the tackle, but I mean, he's just going to get knocked out of the play anyways. As you guys can see there, he got put on his ass immediately. And again, if that DB does not shed 88, although 88 did go on to get the safety, that could be a touchdown super fast, as is still a very big run. So guys, if you want to take this to the lab, you will definitely want to add it into your game. Again, pistol trips, strong power, best, most dominant run play in the game. You can find it in the run and gun and pistol playbooks. Both of them are going to be the alternate playbooks. You can get them in MUT or any game mode though now. So if you enjoyed this content, make sure to smash that like button. Until next time, it's Duke.